evening. Thursday evening. How's everyone doing? I'm mixing up these lives this week and kind of picking and choosing when I go. In actual fact, the reason I'm going live now is because I intended to go live a lot earlier today, and it has just been a manic day. Lots of stuff going on, lots of calls, doing lots of sales calls. Worked for all of my clients today at some point or another. And had a couple of one-to-one clients thrown in there as well. So, yeah, a nice, exciting day. So if you're watching this live, come and say hi. If you're watching this on replay, give me a hashtag replay. So for those of you who don't know this already, we are gearing up to my Pilot Your Sales bootcamp, which is going to be starting a week on Monday. But before we get into the bootcamp, I said I realised that there are a lot of people who are not quite comfortable yet with sales. They're not quite comfortable with picking up the phone and calling their clients. So as a result, we're doing the masterclass next week. But gearing up to that, we're going to be talking a lot more about sales strategies, getting comfortable on the phone. So this is part of that series, how to get comfortable picking up the phone and talking to your clients. So we're going to talk today, as the title of the video says, about some of the basics. So overwhelmingly, when I speak to people about picking up the phone and calling their clients, the vast majority of people tell me that they don't want to do it because they hate being called. And this is a real kind of common theme. And for me, whenever I hear this, it just makes me think that these people are projecting their own fears onto their clients. Like, because you don't like something means that you won't do it, even if that's something that your clients want to do. So there's many ways to overcome this fear. Firstly, you've got to want to overcome it. So if you know for a fact that selling to your audience requires you to pick up the phone, or you know that it's going to be beneficial to pick up the phone, or even you're just curious about whether it could work for you, that's the first step. If you don't want to do it, then you're never going to do it. You've got to have some kind of motivation to actually want to pick up the phone, to speak to your clients, in order to be able to sell to them. It doesn't have to be the kind of traditional sense of selling either. So let's break it down to some of the basic stuff. So every single thing that we do in business always comes back to your ideal client. Who is your ideal client? What does your ideal client want? How does your ideal client want you to serve them? Once we kind of get to grips with who this person is and what this person wants, then it becomes a lot easier to sell to them. Because once you understand the mindset of your ideal client, then you'll be able to understand what they actually need from you. So if you know that your ideal client is the kind of person who needs warming up, they're not the one that wants to be sold to immediately, then why on earth would you employ a strategy that involves phoning them up and selling to them immediately? It doesn't work. That doesn't mean you can't pick up the phone and talk to them. So for me, any sales process starts with engagement. Engage with your audience. Phone them up, talk to them. Where are they? Where are they right now? What do they need right now? And how can you support them? If you start your sales process with audience engagement, I can tell you it's going to feel a million times better. So when I talk about figuring out the basics, it is as simple as figuring out your ideal client. Where are they right now? Where do they want to get to? And how can you help them? Understanding how they want to be contacted, how they want to be talked to. And it's not as simple as just saying they don't want to be phoned. They don't want me to call them. Because I can tell you for a fact that is not true. I know because over the past year now, I've called thousands and thousands and thousands of people for the clients I've been working for. And I would say maybe 2% of people that I speak to don't want to be called. And the chances of that 2% being your entire audience is so incredibly slim. So these people want you to call them. They want you to speak to them. But it's all about the approach. It's all about how you speak to them as to whether you will ultimately land the sale further down the line. Now, when we talk about these being sales calls, they are sales calls because ultimately we want them to gear up to a sale. But it doesn't matter if this is a slow burn. If this is a process that means you won't get the sale for 2, 3, 4, 5 months, that doesn't matter. It's part of the process. They're one of my clients. We work with people that might not become customers for 2, 3, 4 years. And that's absolutely fine. We will keep doing the work. We will keep engaging with them. We'll keep talking to them. We'll keep giving them what they want and what they need to support them further down the line. So this is what I mean when we talk about the basics. Like, who's your ideal client and how you're going to help them, but also what's your mission? What's your mission? What are you trying to achieve? Because every single call you make to a potential client is helping you move forward in your mission. So if your mission is to help 1 million people in the next year, then pick up the phone and talk to 1 million people. Whether you sell to them or not, talk to 1 million people. It's going to help you move forward with your goal. If you are just starting out in business and you're still collecting research, you're still trying to figure out who your ideal client actually is, then pick up the phone, talk to these people, find out what they want from life, what do they want from business, what do they want from you, and how you can better serve them. So really kind of nailing down on the absolute basics is going to help you with your sales strategy. Get over the fact that people tell you that sales is about convincing people to buy from you, about overcoming objections, about just getting people to just making a sale, turning every no into a yes. That is not what this is about. It's about finding out where your ideal client is and meeting them somewhere on that journey so that you can help them better going forward in the future. That's it. Nice and simple. On Tuesday next week, the 25th at 12 o'clock, going to be running my Pilot Your Sales Masterclass where me and Helen Pritchard are going to talk about sales, about how to get comfortable on the phone, about how to engage with your clients first, engage them first, and then try and make the sale. So if you want to sign up to that, the link is somewhere around this video, depending where you're watching it. Looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Have a great evening, and I will catch up with you tomorrow.